Okay, what's up, guys? This is Marc Augustine here, and in this video, we're going through two things. One, we're going to talk about a brand new supplier, and two, we're going to give you an update on how to get to $200 in sales on eBay. 200 sales a day. But before we get into that, this video is brought to you by Dropship Mastery. What Dropship Mastery is a full course, a full eBay dropshipping course showing you everything you need to know to successfully dropship on eBay. And if you use the code FIRST100, you get 50% off, as well as you get a month of the Ecom Sniper software. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the video. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Sammy. I've been dropshipping on eBay for the last 6 years, and just as always, man, happy to be here.
Yeah, my name is Marc Augustine, and I've been dropshipping on multiple platforms for the past 10 years. Right now, I'm focused on eBay dropshipping, and I'll do a follow-up video on why, so you guys can understand exactly what's going on. But right now, our latest account had a $200 day, and we like to talk about what it takes to get to that $200 day. So, Sammy, first, you want to go to the listings and show the number of listings and talk about what we're doing to get the listings out?
Yeah. So right now we have 2,400 listings, and right now it's only 9:27 a.m. So we're gonna start getting more sales as the day progresses. I believe yesterday when we checked last, guys, you gotta understand, like, every time we're looking at the listings, we're looking at it with you. You know what I mean? Like, I think last time it was 1,900 or something like that, and now it's 2,400, and this is the first time I'm seeing it as well. So what we did from yesterday till today, we went ahead and we just used the bulk lister, and then let's go ahead and take a status look at the bulk lister, and we finished listing all 1,433 items from the last 2 days. So as we steadily kept listing items, we saw a increase in sales, and it was like there was a very, very straight correlation with the amount of listings that we posted and the sales we got. Because if we started listing around, I believe, on September 11th, and then we saw an increase in sales, and then we saw another increase in sales, almost double. You can see that every day before that, we didn't see $200 in sales, but the moment we kept listing items, right, we started seeing those numbers jump up. So what I'm trying to get at is, if you want to see a higher amount of sales, you're gonna have to go ahead and keep listing more items. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it previously. The activity in the eBay account generates more views, generates more interaction, and eBay will give us a boost on the sales.
The reason I wanted to mention that once more is because I got on a call, not on a call, I was texting somebody yesterday, and they told me that, like, let me read it out loud. If the texter is reading it, they'll understand what I'm saying. Yeah. So what they said to me was, they said that I've got a few items I've manually uploaded, but I'm starting back over. It's not product research I struggle with. It's finding a decent margin and getting sales. So, and then afterwards, they followed up and they told me that I have 1,000 listings onto my account that I can list on my account. And right away, I can understand what the problem was. First of all, they're going ahead and they're listing all their items manually, right? And secondly, right, people don't have, the mentality we have towards dropshipping, right? They think that, okay, I'm gonna list 100 items and that's a great number. No, 100 items is, you're just beginning. You shouldn't expect to see profits until you reach like 1,000 listings, right? What we like to tell people is to go ahead and have a greater goal to really start expecting profits, at the 10,000 listing mark. Anything below that is a gift, right? If you go in with that kind of mentality, right, you're not going to be thinking about listing items manually or going ahead and individually clicking items or product research one by one. You're going to be thinking about scale. And that's exactly what we do this entire time, right? So regard like for the topic that you mentioned, you said what it takes to go ahead and see this kind of sales. Let's go ahead and look at the profits. You'll see that we have an order sheet and we track everything, all our profits and etc. Right? So let's say just from the 14th, all the sales that we got from the 14th, right? In one day, in a brand new account, we almost did $50 in just straight profit. And remember, guys, this is $50 of doing minimal work. You know what I mean? Like everything we're doing is straight on the channel. We didn't do anything outside of this, right? And this is only one account. Every time we go ahead and we talk about eBay, we talk the next conversation that pops up is making multiple accounts. Mark, have you talked to anybody recently and you didn't speak about multiple accounts?
No, no. When I talked to Chica recently, that's all we were talking about. Because
Right.
separating, making maybe $1,000, $2,000 per month per account.
Exactly. And you know what? Like this account is not even 1 month old yet, and we've already seen like, almost $50 a day, right? As we progress to our listings, right? Once we start getting to the 5,000 listing mark, to the 10,000 listing mark, we're gonna see days where we're gonna have $100 in profit, $200 in profit, 300 and upwards. You know what I mean? And then, if you really want to make money, those accounts, right? You just go ahead and make 10 accounts. 10 accounts is not that hard to go ahead and make and operate. We made a video on how to make multiple eBay accounts. And let's just take this day as an this example as like this number as an example. If you made 10 accounts from the very beginning and operated it, in 13 days from now, you would have already seen a day of profit of $500. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it in my opinion, like I wouldn't say eBay dropshipping is easy. It's easy to understand. Execution is everything. You're gonna have to be able to go ahead and like take this information that you're getting and go ahead and actually implement it. Go ahead and make those multiple accounts, right? Get a team to go ahead and manage them. Honestly, I feel like even like 10 accounts, if somebody is dedicated, they can just work it themselves. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If you spend all day, like I'm sure you can go ahead and do it yourself. It's not really as much work as you can. It's just if you want to go ahead and like if you go ahead and make 10 accounts and you don't, like have a team, then the problems becomes that when you're trying to make your 11th account, 12th and scaling forward, you're gonna have no time, right? So,
Yeah,
so what
exactly.
I like
By
to do.
managing, if one person manages 10 accounts, that's a full-time job.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna have any time to go ahead and scale. Your job as an entrepreneur is to always grow your business, right? And if you go ahead and lock up your time, right, you're not gonna have, um, you're not gonna be able to go ahead and do that. So what I like to recommend is, as early as possible, you should go ahead and hire a VA. You know what I mean? And when you get a VA, you can go ahead and appoint them the tasks that are like monotonous, repetitive, right? And you can go ahead and just take all of that free time that you have opened up. Let's say, for example, you're making like $50 a day or whatever, right? The one thing I don't like speaking about online is like you can start pay VAs like $3 an hour, right? I remember like making like a Reddit thread back in the day, and I told somebody, "Oh, I hire people in the Philippines and I pay them $3 an hour," and then I got lighted up by the entire community. They were telling me like, "Oh, that's like slave labor. What are you doing? Pay them a proper wage." I'm like, man, like these guys, like people when
Did they really say that?
they said that, like people like when you tell somebody like you're paying somebody $3 an hour, they're thinking you're putting them in a sweatshop or something like that. But they have to understand like the minimum wage in the Philippines, right, is like $1.50 or etc. I had VAs where they had like a full conversation with their families to go ahead and quit whatever they're doing and to continue working with me because that $3 an hour, like I don't pay my VAs $3 an hour anymore because they're very well seasoned, right? However, when I initially started, that's what I started with, and they had conversation with their families, thinking like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and quit my job and work for this person full time because I'm making much more with them, and it's remote. You get to stay at home. The hours are flexible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
yeah, we're providing like a really solid, work environment. So I would say like as early as possible, you should go ahead and hire a VA. And once again, the reason why is so that you can go ahead and free up your time, and all the time you have, you should focus on scaling the business. If you're not scaling the business, then there's going to be some bad news for you. And the bad news would be that this business, the truth is, in my opinion, yeah, I've been doing it for 6 years, but it's been chaos for the last 6 years.
When
Like
you say
that's
chaos, what do you mean?
like we went through a pandemic.
Well,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? We were on the brinks of like shutting down. Like our orders were not getting shipped out for like 30 days during the times of
during the
Corona,
pandemic, yeah.
Yeah, and then people were complaining about their orders and all this stuff was going on. eBay was going ahead and flagging accounts like for there was something at the time where they were saying that price gouging. They're
Right, right. A lot of people were selling increasing prices of a lot of basic items.
right. I was just selling normal items, but most my accounts started getting like flagged for price gouging, and a lot of the items I was restricted from selling. And like those were some of the challenges we did. That was one of the times that we thought we were really like in trouble. And remember, and mind you, I have a whole operation running. Like I have a whole team, I have expenses, internet, mobile phones, all this stuff, like going on that I have to pay for on a monthly basis. And all of that income is coming straight from eBay. And so for the eBay accounts to go ahead and like not generate profit, that was gonna be very bad news. I've had times when I've had like mass waves of Amazon accounts shut down, right? I've had times when eBay went ahead and like I got a Vero on like multiple accounts at the same time, and like your profits would stop, right? I've had times in the very beginning, like I was when I first started drop shipping, I almost quit from the very beginning because I was scaling my accounts to the moon, and I got MC011,
Yeah.
right? And then my account got suspended. I was getting reliant on an income, and then I thought, oh shit, I gotta start over again. But somehow I kept going. But when I started, that MC011 made me go from having one account to like 5 accounts that very next day. Not that very next day, like 2, 3 days after I went ahead and thought about and executed a plan. But yeah, that you know what I mean. Like there was like this business, there was so many ups and downs, and then I'm sure there will be even more ups and downs. Another thing, I've had 20 accounts running at one time. And then what happened was eBay went ahead and gave a notice that they were changing from PayPal to managed payments. And at the time, there was like a solid way of making like unlimited eBay accounts with PayPal. I think
Right,
you know,
right.
right?
And then yeah, exactly. And now when you switch to the managed payments, there were a lot of things that needed to change.
Right, exactly. They were requiring us to go ahead and like put like a SIN number for each account, upload like an ID for each one of them, and a lot of the accounts I had were just like were my bank account with a different name. On the account.
Yeah,
So I wasn't able to provide those. Like there was so many challenges year after year. I don't think there was a single year that there wasn't like any challenges. But what we kept doing is as like the time went on, like we kept building resilience to problems. Like we started diversifying our income from like not from eBay, but we started doing other things as well. And we just kept diversifying. So when the problems would come, we would have some breathing room to go ahead and solve them. But I would not ever tell anybody that, you know what, if you wanna whenever I tell somebody about eBay, I tell them that use this as an opportunity to accumulate as much money as you can. You know what I mean? It should
yeah,
not be something that you're just thinking about. Okay, yeah, I want to make like a passive income month to month to month. Like this is not the mentality we have, and this is not the mentality we have ever had. If you drop ship on this business long enough, you'll realize that this is not something stable. However, this is the key point here. The reason why we continue is because eBay, right, gives you an opportunity to make make a substantial amount of money in a relatively short amount of time if you execute it right. Right? The game, like we're showing you guys live. Like in one day we cleared almost $50, right? Brand new account. All the work we did on the YouTube channel, we documented everything twice. Right? Not just once. Like
Yeah, twice.
twice. This is the second time we're doing it. We documented the entire process twice. If somebody goes ahead and then follows through with this and executes it, right? You can make up towards like $1,000 in a day in profit. It's not a joke, you know. You make like 10, 20 accounts, you make $1,000 a day. What the goal should be is to go ahead and make like $1,000 a day as fast as you can. Spend 100 days, and after that 100 days, invest into property, buy like real estate or something, right? Rent it out, and there you go. You're gonna have a passive income, and then you can start this process again, buy another one, right? No other business, you know, well, of course, every other business gives you this kind of same opportunity, right? But no, I haven't seen another business yet that was as surefire as eBay is today. You know
And
what I mean?
what is the total profits on this account?
The total profit on this account so
Because we
far,
crossed 200.
236. Exactly. And that is not withstanding the orders we got today, huh? So with these 3 orders, we should see like an uptick, maybe at like 250, 260, whatever. But what I was trying to say was that there is no other business today that I know of. Maybe Mark, you know of, right? Like
Yeah,
that
but it,
somebody. Go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Right. I was just saying I have many friends, right? They do Amazon FBA. I have friends that do Shopify. I know a guy who made $2 million in Shopify last year. You know what I mean? I know these people. I go ahead and like I went to the batting cages with them. I think I spoke about it one other time. I know guys that are extremely successful on Amazon FBA. I've met, you know, my network is growing and I've been meeting a lot of people, right? However, right, those businesses are not a surefire technique, right? There is no
And you
business
have
out
to and
there.
you have to invest a lot of money in ads and invest a lot of money in different
Exactly.
FBA, you have to invest a lot of money in products, and Shopify, invest a lot of money in ads.
Right, exactly. Like you'll hear stories of people that go ahead. Like I know people that started at FBA and then they bought a whole bunch of products and never sold a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with the Shopify. You can go ahead and then you're just breaking even. Like there is, like I haven't, like the people I know who are successful, they tell me the truth, right? Like there is no there. All of these businesses are a risk. This business may be slower to pick up, right? There might be a more like, you know, a hardcore setup that you're gonna have to do. Like you have to put in more work to go ahead and see those type of results. However, this is probably the lowest risk, right, that you can get and the most surefire. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, most
It's
definitely,
like
man.
buying a car wash.
That's 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 why I came back to it. I mean, I was away from eBay dropshipping for a number of years. And then when we spoke and we talked about the software, you were showing me the software that you're working on. That's why I came back in. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah,
understood eBay, I understood eBay dropshipping. I've been doing it forever. But using Ecom Sniper with the product list and the bug list, the product hunter and the bug lister reduces a lot of the work that you have to do to generate sales.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think that is like the one of the okay. So whenever I'm speaking about eBay, mind you, I'm speaking about it with Ecom Sniper. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm not.
exactly. You're not speaking about it using, because I spoke to someone recently who jumped in the group and he said he's been dropshipping on eBay for 2 months. And but he's using he's using Zeek Analytics and AutoDS.
Right,
And those pieces of software have been around for a long time, but they can't guarantee sales. The work that you have to do with Zeek Analytics and AutoDS is a whole lot.
right.
It's yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, no, what go ahead.
so yeah, so what do you think you would say to someone who is considering or thinking about drop shipping on eBay? Just start, no? Because it's
Yeah. No, it's you know what? Like, so what I want to say about our technique, there's no secrets here. You know what I mean? If you have like let me tell you the reality, right? Let's say like to do this method, there for ecom sniper, there's no secrets here. What we're doing is we're going ahead and optimizing the title, we're optimizing the description, and then you can go ahead and list it, and then we list the item onto eBay. You can
and you're optimizing the images.
and you optimize the images. I feel like those things, right? In the end of the day, like the images are not as important as the title. The reason why is because the number one factor that ecom sniper has, right, is it's unique. That's why
Right,
it
the
sells.
unique title.
Right, exactly. Because a lot of the items, a lot of things that like what optimizing the images and the descriptions does, it goes ahead and increases your conversion rate. Let's say your conversion rate is like, let's pull up a live example. Like we can look at this account over here and we can talk about it. We can talk about it live. So what optimizing the description and the image, it goes ahead and gives you a conversion rate of like 2% with our technique, right? If you don't go ahead and optimize them, then what you do is you get like a 1% conversion rate. You're still gonna get a conversion rate regardless if you go ahead and you scale your business, right? So what I would say that for somebody dropshipping on like who's dropshipping on eBay, if you want to go ahead and join us, you could, right? If you don't want to go ahead and join us, that's fine as well, right? But the time you're gonna have to spend is if you want to guarantee results, you're gonna have to go ahead and list 10,000 items onto your account. Not really 10,000, like we are doing this with 2,000 items, right? But whenever I give the advice, right, I want to make sure that like whatever I'm saying, like it manifests into reality. Like you're gonna be profitable. I can guarantee anybody here, if you go ahead and execute it the way I'm telling you, right, you're gonna see guaranteed results, right? And well, at least 99.9%.
Yeah.
So and that technique is going ahead and listing 10,000 items with unique titles, right? That is gonna get you results. So you can go ahead, if you go ahead and copy straight from Amazon onto eBay, you're gonna be flooded with competition, and you're not gonna be unique enough to go ahead and get a sale. And when I say unique, you have to also take into consideration readability. You have to gonna be able to be good at English, etc. Nowadays you can use ChatGPT to go ahead with it, right? Um, but yeah, like let's say somebody is doing it manually, I could see somebody pushing out like 200 listings a day if they're grinding hard.
If
You
they're
know what I mean?
grinding all day.
All day. Actually, let me see. I've actually had like my VAs were listing per hour. It took them on average 6 minutes per listing with optimizing the title. So that was like 10 listings an hour, and they were working like 10 hours a day or 8 hours a day at a time. So you're looking at 100 to 120 items you could post, which is not a horrible number. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
but if you
could,
compare that, if you consider you doing that for 8 hours a day, that is a horrible number.
right, right. But I'm talking about success, just pure success, right? Let's say somebody like because there are a number of people out there that will never, like, they don't have the funds to go ahead
Right.
and like join our community or something like that, right? And maybe, for example, let's say somebody is like from a foreign country and they have access to an eBay, whatever the case. If you want to be successful on this business, right, the guaranteed way is to have a growth mindset, right? The first growth mind thing that you're gonna have to consider is you need to go ahead and post 10,000 items. Like that should be like everything you think about. You know what I mean? If somebody asks you how old you are, you say you're 10,000. Whatever the case, right? That is the number like you should always aim for in your head, right? And secondly, with that being said, you're gonna have to go ahead and optimize the titles, right?
And optimize that
But
manually.
optimize them manually, exactly. If
Unless
you
you use Ecom Sniper.
Right. If you go ahead and use Ecom Sniper, that those results, like we are proving it on a daily basis. You know what I mean? We like let's go ahead and run the product hunter because we actually need more items to list. So let's go ahead and like pull up like an item right now. You want to do the honors and pick an item?
Yeah, a coffee maker.
Coffee maker. Okay, cool. So let's go pick one of the best sellers. There's Keurig. I wouldn't sell Keurig.
No, yeah, that's a
Way too big of a brand, yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't sell that either.
I'm looking at the price, 89.99, and people are selling it for 49.99. That's interesting.
Is that the same? But that's a mini.
And look, even Best Buy is competing.
No, but I'm saying that's a mini. Check
Okay,
Amazon.
okay,
That may not be the
okay.
same size. Oh, it is.
Let's pick a different item. We don't need to lock ourselves in. Right over here. Like, oh no, this is this. But I sold these products a lot back in the day. They do sell. This is a great item. 19 bucks. All of these items that are 19 bucks, like these are great prices to go ahead and like one thing I want one tangent that I want to like side off backtrack to would be that there are such things as price anchors. And I think anybody can testify to that. You know, there is a difference between $100 and $97. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If there is like if you're gonna go ahead and sell something, if you go ahead and sell it for like $103, that is completely different than $99 or $97. Psychologically, people, right, they make a lot more um conscious decision during these price anchors. So I'll tell you some of the price anchors there are. They say that the range for an impulse buy, right, is anywhere from $0 to $30, right? So anything above 30, right, there is some moderate thought that goes into making that purchase, right? So from 30 all the way down, the next price anchor becomes $50, right? So you want to always stay below 50, right? And that $30 to $50 range is when somebody goes ahead and, you know, really like not really considers it. They put a little more thought into it. They're not going to be going ahead and like doing research. For example, this product over here, we're seeing it at 19 bucks over here. And it's so attractive to us. Why? Because it's right below 20. If it said 21, it would not look as attractive as it is when it's 1962. You know what I'm saying, Mark?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. And then, so the next price anchor is 50, and the next price anchor would be 100. So when you see an item that's 100 bucks, all of a sudden, you know, your mentality, like you just put a serious amount of thought. One of the reasons why eBay dropshipping works, right? Yeah, we do sell a bunch of items that are like higher priced. However, like you can see some of our sales over here are like 21.99, 10.99. These I would consider traffic items. They bring us traffic, but don't make any mistake. These are we're marking them up by 80%. We're making $6. We're making like this one item that's $12 right over here, making $4 from it. Right? These $19 item, we're making $6 from it. You see what I'm saying? Like, do not underestimate like how much we're marking up the items. And the reason they were able to mark it up by so much and still see these kind of margins, like $6 sales, you know, it's like $6 profits, etc., is because we are under a price anchor. Right? We're selling these items below a price anchor. For example, let's go ahead and pull up like this item over here, and we can just like see the price on Amazon. So $26.99, and the price on Amazon is $14.95. Ridiculous, right? We're making like right over here. We're making like a $7 margin just off of that, yeah. And the reason why it's easily able to sell is because it's in the range of an impulse buy from
Yeah, it's
zero to
still below
$30.
$30.
Exactly. So there's a psychological anchor. And with this item over here, 1962, if you're raising the price by 50% and you're selling it for $29.99, you're still going to see a profit, and it's still going to be below that psychological price anchor. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
So let's see if we that same one for 1962. Let's see if we find anyone on eBay selling it.
Right? Like you can see, like 28. Like we can even understand. Like look at this guy, $30.01. It's a horrible price.
Yeah,
This one, like you can just see it. Like you know what I mean? There's just like we can analyze it all we want, right? But I think like just the viewers, everybody watching, you can see that no matter how much he says he's a bestseller or whatever, this price screams at me. These guys, they're they're finished. You know what I mean? And one thing you'll notice, this 2162, it doesn't look that far off from this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They don't look like they're such drastically different prices. The moment we see at $30, 30.99, 33.62, right? These really feel off to me. Right? This one just looks like they're giving it out for free.
yeah.
Right, there is a shipping
But they're
cost.
adding
How
shipping. They're adding $10 shipping to that one.
you know what? That is something that I feel like you tell me this, right? There is like it looks insanely cheap. Does this because of this price shipping, I wouldn't click on it. But do you think there is like a category of people that are gonna go ahead and purchase these items?
There is a category of drop shipper that the entire strategy is to lower the price and then add shipping.
Right, right. And it makes sense, right? It just captivates somebody to go ahead and like click it, etc., and like purchase, like view more details about it, yeah. So this one is these ones are very well priced, 29.99. I don't like this, right? This one feels like it's kind of like it still feels cheap, like much cleaner on the eyes than 34.94.
Yeah.
However, I feel like this might be a controversial thought, but I feel like this one, no, actually no, I disagree. 28.88 is not the same as seeing 29.99. This one screams professional, right? This one is
The twenty
like
nine ninety nine.
exactly. There is another component of pricing that goes into the part of like familiarity.
And
Like
that's a top rated plus seller.
right, right. The reason why these 29.99s they work so well is because people are familiar with those prices, right? Remember, like human beings are relative in nature. So what that means is that when we're comparing something, we're always comparing relatively to something that we've seen before, right? If we went ahead and we put like some obscure number of like 27.37, right? We don't have anything to compare that to. Human beings know that if something is like right below $30 and it's like 29.99, it feels like it's on sale. Like someone has priced it like that to sell. You know what? If you feel like
Yeah.
you're getting a good deal, right? And the reason why you feel like that is because whenever you go to Walmart or you're going on like whenever you're going shopping as early back as a child, you're always going to the store and you're just remembering that whenever somebody's putting something on sale, they're always ending it off with 9.99. And that is a huge psychological hack. You know, when you're going ahead and like pricing these items. You know what I mean? You're making the buyer go ahead and feel very familiar with the price. So what I'm saying is human beings are relative. They all know that 9.99 is symbolic with meaning sale and getting a good price and getting a good deal, etc. And that's why when you put that price, right, you're connecting with that buyer on almost like a very psychological, deep emotional level, right? And that's why people go ahead and list item for 29.99. This is a great price.
Let's
What are
see.
your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I would personally list the items at 29.97 because 7 also
Yeah,
has a
yeah,
psychological effect.
yeah. For sure, for sure. Like I think I would agree with you about that as well. Let's go ahead and clear these titles, and then we can go ahead and just grab these guys. Yeah, yeah. I think it's fine. I think that other guy who's the top rated, he's gonna have a good amount of sales. There's a lot of
Yeah,
feedback. Yeah, we were right. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a lot of good
1,300
items.
sales.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great. This is gonna
But
be a great account to
he
grab
looks like
items
he's
from.
drop shipping from Walmart.
Yeah, that's perhaps. Well, see some weird items. Saw some weird items for a second. Yeah, he could be drop shipping from Walmart, but I feel like like we're just really grabbing the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't like these like pictures over here, but I think for the most part, these items were nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like our like while this is like scanning, um, well yeah, let's actually turn on the product hunter. So just as you guys know, we set our end price over here. You want to go ahead and turn it to 97?
Yeah, I mean, we were doing 99 before. We
Okay, so let's stay
can
consistent, I
stick to
guess.
it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and like clear this, clear this. I'm gonna import all the titles that we got. And this time, how about we go ahead and list a few like I feel like let's go ahead and increase the maximum price to 250. So we can get some a more even
So,
spread of
yeah.
items, yeah? Because the majority of items that we listed onto the account were like lower priced items. However, I'm thinking let's like are you fine with putting the minimum price to 50 and just seeing what we get?
No, I say you increase the maximum, but don't increase the minimum.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
So we still get a range of items.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So let's see what kind of items we're gonna pull up from here. You can see the price 28, 30, 6, 7, etc. Okay, yeah, we're getting a range. I'm yeah, that's fine. So yeah,
What
so
we could do is and give a quick could you give a quick explanation of the product hunter?
yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and what the product hunter is doing, it's going ahead and taking each of these queries. So all of these that we went ahead and we got from our, account scanner, we went ahead and got all of the titles of what the users are, selling. And so what the product hunter is, it goes ahead and searches each of these titles one by one onto Amazon. And then it goes ahead and grabs two items that match our filters over here from that query. For example, let's say I go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and search this title over here. I'm going to show you exactly what the product hunter does. I'm going to open it up on a different account. So I'm gonna go ahead on Amazon.com. So this is what the product hunter does exactly. It takes the title, it searches it on Amazon, and then it goes ahead and looks for items from 0 to 300. It gets the bestseller items first, right? And then it it presents to us two items from that search query. Does that make sense? Like was that clear?
Yeah, two items per title.
Per title.
But yeah, and when you say search queries, I'm very conscious about the terms that you use because query, a lot of people may not understand what a query is.
Right, good. So by search query, whenever I say that, all it does is goes ahead and copies this title and goes on to Amazon and searches that title. So search term, search title, like keyword, whatever. Yeah, I guess.
And
Yeah,
it's getting two items per search term.
right. And you can go ahead and adjust this to whatever you want. You can get 5, you can get 10, you can get 20, you can get 2. I like to put 2 because it gives us a good, like we know the reason why we do this is because we know all of these titles have sold on eBay. And so my logic dictates that if this item has sold on eBay, other similar items will sell on eBay as well. So what it does is goes ahead and finds similar items to this item, if not the same item. So that's what the product hunter is doing. And then once it goes ahead and finds all of these items, we just go ahead and export them and we throw them into the bulk lister. And we're going to do that in a bit, I guess, or maybe tomorrow while we let this run. Whatever the case, we try to do everything on camera for you guys, yeah? Um So I think just to circle back to that conversation that we were having about how can somebody be successful on eBay, right? Scale and be unique, right? Those are the two advices I can give. And scale, there's multiple topics underneath that, making multiple accounts, posting many items onto one account. Those would be the two big conversations under scaling. And uniqueness, like I would say the biggest thing would be the title and the picture, because the picture really makes a difference as well. I don't want to underestimate the power of the picture, because that is the first point of contact that when the buyer goes ahead and searches an item, they see the picture first. So we must have a very attractive picture. And also, like, we don't have much control over the price, but yeah,
Or we choose not to, because a lot of people do lower their prices, but by keep continuously lowering their prices, you're not building a business that's going to pay your bills. You're going to end
right,
up with a lot of sales and very low profit. And we
right,
are trying to get a decent amount of sales with a very high profit.
right. Absolutely. And do you get what I said about, like, this business is unstable in that sense where, you should have a mindset to make as much money as you can?
Yeah.
Would you agree with it?
I
Like,
totally
you've been doing
agree.
this a lot. Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally agree, because you want to make as much money as you can when you can. And if you have the ability to make it, why not?
Right, right, exactly. Like the thing is, opportunity does not always last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that is true for any business. I think, like, the whole point of a business, like, whenever you own a business, right? Your job, right? The whole purpose of a business is to make money. It's not to make a passive income or whatever. Like, businesses, right? Their sole goal is to make money, and what they do all the time is try to make more money, right? They say if you're not going ahead and you're growing, you're dying.
Right,
You're going
exactly.
right. If you're not progressing, you're regressing, right? And there's no such thing as moving sideways in this business, because even if you're moving sideways, the next natural progression from that is moving downwards, right? This is any business. The only way to be successful is to continuously grow it. I'm not saying that you guys have to go ahead and make 30 accounts today. I'm saying that your goal should be to have that. Like, you should always be working towards that. You know what I mean? If you want something passive and something stable, you should probably find a job.
Yeah.
Actually, this is probably like the most realist advice, right? Like, this is
Yeah,
not
because and the thing is, a lot of people on that are watching this video on YouTube are not entrepreneurs. And this is the thing. You have to be ready for uncertainty or a certain level of risk when you
right,
choose the entrepreneurship route.
right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? That's a great point, because sometimes, like, I've been doing this stuff for so long now, right? Not as long as you, obviously, but um, that I forget how someone else might be thinking. You know what I mean? There is, like, a
Uh
transition period from, like, because that uncertainty and risk that you're talking about is something that I have grown accustomed to. That is what I feel comfortable with at this point. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, I remember there was a time, and, like, I didn't know, like, if I was gonna be able to pay my bills the next month. You know what I mean? But I kept going with it, even though I had the opportunity to just get a job or whatever and pay everything off and etc. But I still went with the business, because that is what I felt comfortable with. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
do understand that somebody new coming into all of this, right? eBay dropshipping and the way we're talking about is becoming an entrepreneur at the end of the day. Right? You're learning to run a business. You're gonna have to, like, be comfortable with risk and uncertainty. And you know what? That is actually a great, like, keynote that we're speaking about, because, like, I once again, right, there's so many people that come and, like, they like how like give me your thoughts on this, yeah? Somebody who wants to come into this business as a side hustle. What do you think of that?
That's a loaded topic, because it is, if you come onto this as a side hustle, I get it. You may need the certainty of a job, or you may need the certainty of doing something else. But at the end of the day, if you have an opportunity to maximize a business, I wouldn't suggest doing it as a side hustle.
Like I think what I meant was like, let's define side hustle to begin with, right? Um, I genuinely think that if somebody's coming into this, like if somebody's working a full-time job, I think you can take this as a full-time business as well, right?
Right,
But
right. If you hire the right people to take care of ordering and so on.
I would say even just by yourself in the beginning, in the initial stages, right? Um, because if you work a full-time job and you're coming into this business, right, there is a learning curve and etc. But I would say that you can be successful for sure while working a job, right? But it
Yeah.
would require you to actually put in the hours after work and not treat it like a weekend thing, like, or you just have like a weekly gig, because some people they do side hustles, quote unquote, on the weekends or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're treating this as a side hustle, it's gonna have to be a daily side hustle.
Right. It should be a grind every day, like until you can set up the systems in place. And remember, like once you have like the systems in place, like you have your employees, they're going ahead and fulfilling the orders, doing the customer service, everything, right? That the time you're gonna have afterwards is gonna be to keep growing the business, and eventually, like you're gonna be able to like have manage like 10 accounts with minimal work, right? But your job should always be to keep growing though. That is
Yeah,
the
most
main.
definitely.
Right. I think we got one more sale, huh? What is this? Page ship now. Oh, while we're speaking, we got another sale, which is nice. Which is nice. We got another sale right over here. So if we go on my eBay sold, we can see how much this price is gonna be. It's always nice to see like a sale you get live on the video. 16.99. We're buying it for 16.99 and we sold it for, we're getting a nice $6 margin from that. So we always look at the price over here and not the sale price, just so like everybody watching understands that. Yeah, you got to look at what you're getting
The
in that's coming straight to
2141.
your, yeah, whatever straight coming to your bank account. And the day has just begun, so we expect more sales to come throughout the day. Let's go ahead and just do one more round of check to the account, and then we can send out our offers. Make sure you're sending out your offers every day, your markdown sales every day. Um, well, yeah, I think that would be. And do you want to talk about the Timo real quick, or do we leave that for another
Yeah,
video?
no, yeah, we could talk about that. So one of the other things that we're working on is using Temu as a supplier. So what Temu is a relatively new website retail or online retailer that ships to the US and Canada. And from all investigation, it seems like there's a lot of opportunity there. Now we haven't used them yet. I know a couple of influencers on YouTube talked about it.
Right, right. So like just for everybody
What is that
watching,
you're checking? One of the sales?
one of the sales, and I'm just gonna pull up like the potential power of Temu. So we can pull up this item right over here. It's 11.99. And we sold it on eBay, like this product, for 21.99. And then if we look up this product on Temu, right, we can see that the price for a pack of 720, this is relatively the same item, yeah? You're getting it for 5.98. So right over here, 720 pieces.
Yeah.
And with the 729 pieces, right, you're getting at 5.98. If we went ahead and shipped this order, like you can see, it's like relatively the same thing, right? If you look at it on Temu, you can see it's like relatively the same exact box and everything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only difference would be the shipping time.
The shipping time, exactly. The shipping time is saying less than 10 days. And you get free shipping. And if they come late, they give you a $5 credit. So here is our Temu lister. Right, this is the software is ready for everybody. It's already uploaded on the website. Everybody who wants to go ahead and try it out, like there's this new opportunity. So the way the Temu lister works is the same as before. You can just generate your quad image. What it is your multi-image with like multiple how do I say, like the side images and etc. Yeah. And so you can take a look at the image, how it looks, and then let's go ahead and click out of it. And then, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this at the top over here. There's a bunch of weird pictures here. Let me take them off. I'm gonna press snipe title, and you can see that what our software is gonna do that's gonna be very different than everybody else's is you can see the Temu title is very long and extravagant, right? Male and female spade connector, insulating sleeve kit. There's too much going on. It's not suitable for eBay. So our AI goes ahead and reduces the title, optimizes it, and makes it perfect for eBay. And then we can go ahead and mark up the price by, let's talk about our price anchors. 19.99. And then we go ahead and press list on eBay, right? And it's gonna go ahead and list directly from Temu onto eBay. And our hands are gonna be up, yeah. And we can go ahead and just wait for like a couple seconds, and then it should go ahead and list the item directly onto eBay directly from Temu. But now, if you guys want to go ahead and join Ecom Sniper, we have Temu integration. You're gonna be able to see, like, you're gonna be able to source items for like a quarter of the price from what you sell, what you sell it on. So this item would have been like a $20, a $15, a $14 profit for us if we went ahead and bought it from Temu. So let's let this finish uploading, and then maybe we can take a look at another item, yeah?
But be aware that if you're using Temu as a source, you'll have to definitely change your shipping policy.
Right, exactly. So make no mistakes for that. Like I think if somebody's gonna come and join Ecom Sniper, they're gonna join that Telegram community anyways, and so they're gonna be well informed for all the things that happen. So this item over here, we sold these Bluetooth speakers. Let's go ahead and find it on Amazon and then see what we can find it on Temu for. So these ones, 23.99. And remember, I believe this is like, is this a famous store? I don't think so, because we don't even they didn't even spell headphones right here, unless this is for SEO. You know what I mean? Like, just to get those people who misspell everything, huh? So let's go ahead and find this item on Temu. And then you can see that right over here. It's practically the same item. 655. Let's see the Amazon.
It's 11.98.
Oh, this is 11.98?
Yeah, when you click in.
Oh. Let's see. Why was that? Maybe it's because of the pink. Oh, but the red one is 655.
Right.
So if we go ahead and list this image, well, let's go ahead and click out that one, and then we can go ahead and one cool thing that we have for the new Temu lister is you can kind of go ahead and decide how do you want the collage to look. For example, let's say you want this to be the third image. If you go ahead and press generate quad image, what it's gonna do is it's gonna go ahead and put this as the main image and these three are the side images. So you can see it. So you can see it pull up right over here. And let's say I want to go ahead and put this as the main image, and I wanted to put like this to be the side image. Yeah. If I press generate quad image, we're gonna get this as the main image, and these as these three as the side images over here. So let's go away and wait for that to finish, huh? And then I think right over here. So that was cool, yeah? You have like control over the collages now.
But for Temu.
For Temu, right? But we can easily integrate it for Amazon. Yeah, I feel like our Amazon stuff is working great. But for our future suppliers like Walmart, etc., like we're gonna go ahead and bring this version onto Amazon as well. So that way you're gonna be able to go ahead and have like control over how you want, like which image you want. Like this way it'll make you even more unique and you have more control. And we have one more new feature we have this multi-image feature over here, and I'll show you how that looks. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Temu listing first. As you can see right over here, we priced it at $19.99. It looks like relatively same as our other listing, and you know, same exact features, benefits, right? Our AI went ahead and like made the listings like perfect, right? The Temu listing, in my opinion, not so great. Our one is like much higher quality,
Yeah.
like much more easy to read, much more clean. I feel like Temu is just like, in my opinion, like if I go on the website, I feel like it's just giving me like ADHD or something.
It gives
You
me
know
an
what I mean?
it gives me an AliExpress feel.
Right. It like, it just, in my opinion, there's just too much going on. Like for but you know what? If you're, it is a cheap, like to get, if you want to get cheap items, it's probably a great idea. Yeah. So let's see, right over here. This is our quad image feature. So it goes ahead and puts all the other images at the bottom. So let me go ahead and show you with a smaller amount of listings. Let me go
You
ahead
mean the
and
multi-image?
the multi-image, yeah. So it goes ahead and like collages it and puts all the images at the bottom this time. So that way there's even more information for the, but it's just a different perspective, just to put it, to make you guys, if you want to be more unique, you have that option. So I'm gonna show you how that would look over here with 3 images, and then let's see how that would turn out. Yeah, right over here. Yeah, I think relatively clean. If we had like the first image is a nice one, and then you can delete pictures or etc. Yeah, so let me go ahead and remove this. Let me go ahead and repost this, and then let's see how this one would look at. So I'm gonna take out this image because, and then let's put. I like this picture here. I think this was a nice one. And then I would click generate quad image, and then it would go ahead and generate, you know, that this would be a nice picture to go ahead and sell on eBay. And then let's see what kind of title we got. The Temu title: wireless earbuds, wireless headphones, BT headphones. Yeah, nah. Look at this title: wireless ease but high quality sound, perfect for sports, waterproof, 15 hours. This is a beautiful title, man. And I'm gonna put the price as $19.99 just so I'm below that price anchor, and then list it on eBay. And if it sells, we would make a nice little profit, yeah. Because it's 655, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if you guys want to try out the Temu lister, go ahead and join Ecom Sniper. If you want to go ahead and post manually, you can do that. Prepare to do 6 listings per hour and grind out hard every day.
Yeah, if you're doing eBay dropshipping, there's no reason not to join Ecom Sniper. Ecom Sniper, our process pretty much guarantees sales.
Right. We're gonna start a series with just an account with only Temu. We're getting the account ready and everything, so that's gonna be very exciting for you guys. Yeah, you're gonna see like what it really was, what's gonna, like all the in and outs of Temu and how we're gonna solve all the problems as they come. Everything has problems, but your job as an entrepreneur is to solve problems. I think I heard you say that one time. That was
Yeah,
one of the things.
exactly.
Yeah, I
As an
think you
entrepreneur, all you do is solve problems all day.
right. That's, yeah. I remember watching one of your videos back in the day, and that's exactly what you said. As an entrepreneur, your job is to solve problems. Yeah, that's it for me. Yeah.
All right, guys. So like the video, subscribe, look out for, we'll do a specific video on Temu coming up. Check out Ecom Sniper, join the communities, and let's talk about eBay dropshipping. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.